Chat, please. Okay, so I mean, you'll see this when you look. Shh. You'll see this when you look at the other one. There's no detailed analysis of the memento scene in here. Okay. What you've said is, I thought that this was an interesting scene as you get to see what happened and how they got to that point. Just doesn't. There's not the kind of subject-specific, analytical language that you need. Did you go to reception?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, sorry.
So can I do anything in our closet?
You can do it in here.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
for me, I'm glad you recorded
Yes.
the footage.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Weather is WHETHER. Okay, so again, in a seamless way, it's just not specific enough. The audience tried to understand, so more like he deliberately challenges the audience rather than saying a completely different scene. Can you say cuts to a scene in black and white in a hotel? You know, just specific detail is what you need. It's just a little bit too friendly at the moment. Not that it's wrong, bad being friendly.
Yeah.
It's just bad being friendly to the examiner or the moderator. Okay.
yeah, because I wrote it how I was thinking of it, not how an examiner would read it.
Okay.
That's why I just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
What I was writing was.
It
what I
needs
was
to be
supposed
more.
write, but yeah.
It needs to be more sophisticated, really.
Yeah.
When you say the Lord of the Rings, you need not capitals. You need italics. Sorry, not bold, italics, and you need Peter Jackson.
Okay.
And also, I would say this is the Lord of the Rings trilogy, isn't it? So.
Oh, do you know what? I did change that on my recent one. Just this one, I did.
You've got to write formally about these things, and formally means if there's no one in there. If you're working, though, guys. Let me just pause this and see what's going on.
Actually, do what he said. We have to do it both ways. Anyway, run it both ways. It was good. It was obvious, and I left a big enough gap for me to go in, so no one had to slow down. And he said that happened, which I doubt.
Okay, and in Sophia, come back. So you need to talk about. You need to be using words like symbolism. Okay, well, you're talking about the ring, and this is, you need to be talking in more film, sort of film studies language. So if you were talking about the red shoes in Mustang, you'd be saying these are emblematic, these are symbolic, they represent. Okay, rather than saying by accident it falls out of Gollum's pocket. It's just too friendly. It needs to be more formal.
It's more of what my head was saying more than what the examiners were.
And again, this sentence here, this links into my films. The stone has magical properties that no one knows about. They use heavily put in to show the person is enough. Okay, it's just too many words on this. So the stone's magical properties. I liked the idea of the stone having magical properties. This is similar to the stone I used. I have in my own film. Okay, so it's 600 words, but too many friendly words.
Okay.
And I would point you towards the section on the cinematic influences in here. It's not very long, actually.
Yeah.
So. Talks about the use of cinematography here. Here it talks about. It's probably actually not.
I was going to say, did he actually talk?
Yeah, very
about
little.
other-
Talked a lot about the
Because I
other
remember when we were reading it, he talked more about the
short films. Yeah, no, I think you're
stuff.
right. I think you're right. Well, maybe if I can find you an example of that, but definitely it needs more. I mean, in the one that I sent you, Ria's one.
Ria's storyboard.
So maybe I should show you. Let's just have a look. Maybe I should send you. So here's she's talking about. So here she's talking about the character of the Joker in Batman Dark Knight. The intensity of the dark themed character inspired me to create an everlasting effect on the main protagonist through her suffering from an abortion. Okay. The darkness is pushed through his introduction. I tried to channel this. I created a sinister event. More analytical language. I don't know if that's the best example we've got. Let's have a look at Joe's. Sorry, this is going to be quite boring for you to watch. I'll have to skip through these bits. Yeah, so have a look at this. The inspiration of this comes from Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. He uses chapter title cards to give some structure to his non-linear narrative. Chronologically, the card holds significance, explicit dialogue, active spectatorship. Yeah, those are the kind of words that need to be coming up. And as I say, just on the basis of language, you need to be thinking about, if you were writing in the exam about, I don't know, the scene from Memento or about Casablanca, I don't think you'd write in. I think you'd know not to write in this way, and so you need to just. I think wrong with what you said here, but you, as I say, it's too informal.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, I'll send you that little film. Right. It must be a little bit awful.